10 seconds because the microphone doesn't kick in. I'm just going to repeat that. I always wait till about 10 seconds because the microphone doesn't always kick in. Um, just please note, I did record this on the 7th. I did upload it to YouTube, but something happened. I've got to do it again. So this is on a tablet. This is part 1 of the big reading for Capricorn's birthday as a thank you for being so kind. And I hope you had a lovely birthday yesterday. Take good care. Do it.
Hello, this is a reading for a Capricorn. It's quite a big reading, so it might take 2 or 3 sections to do. Let's see how it goes, see how long it runs. But it's fascinating, actually. Now, I have permission to go into this person's energy, and what a lovely energy it is too. Now, this person is a Capricorn Sun and a Scorpio Moon. With an Aquarius Ascendant and a Capricorn North Node. So that's exciting. And just looking at the birth chart, 2 things that I would look at is your Jupiter in opposition to your Venus and your Mars in opposition to your Pluto. That's what I would look at. Now, I should have started with something else, but I'll do that as a separate video. So this will be video number 2. I completely forgot. So somebody just rang the doorbell and to put my thinking out. So this will be video number 2, which is the cards. Now, you've got, see, why it's good to know this sort of stuff about, I think that the main 4 points of a natal chart in astrology is to know that the sun, the moon, the rising or the ascendant and the north node is because if you imagine a game of tennis, you're going to hit out like a Capricorn. You go, but when it comes back at you, you're going to be receiving it, or your emotional state is Scorpio, because you're Scorpio moon. And what it looks like here is that you felt, I mean, Scorpio is a very, very emotional sign, as a water sign. And it's going to be a double-edged sword, really. Very emotional, and you probably feel other people's emotions too. I should imagine you're very empathetic, and you got too much for you, and so you've sort of closed down your moon sign because you didn't understand those kind of emotions. So you've been denying yourself your moon sign. It's easy to do because we're not really taught this. So you've been hitting out like a Capricorn, but you've been trying to receive as a Capricorn too, because everyone goes, "Oh, I'm Capricorn." Both ways. But you've been denying yourself this whole emotional side to actually learn how to deal with the Scorpio moon. And you know, if you're a Scorpio moon hitting out, to receive like a Capricorn sun, to hit out like a Capricorn sun, to receive as a Capricorn sun, but actually you should be receiving like a Scorpio moon, your emotional, or let's say your relationships are going to be all skewed, because a Capricorn sun and a Scorpio moon are miles apart from each other. So I feel very privileged to be able to just point these sort of things out so you can investigate them. What is very handy for you is that your North Node is 3rd Decan Capricorn, and your sun sign is second deck in Capricorn, so you don't have much movement to make from your sun to your north node. So that's where your saving is, if you see what I mean. So you say your sun and your north node are very close to each other. They're both earth signs, so that's cool. Obviously, there's going to be a slight difference because there's a difference in the decan there. But I'll put that in the first video. So I'm going to have to talk slightly backwards, if you see what I mean. Now, your rising sign Aquarius, fabulous. And I think was your I think your Venus was in Aquarius, wasn't it? Anyway. If you want, we can chat more astro stuff another time. But let's get on with this anyway. Because this, the very fact that I think you've been denying yourself your Scorpio moon, or you haven't got to grips with your Scorpio moon, it will absolutely explain these first two positions. Now, what are they, I hear you ask? No, that's not going to wobble. Okay. Now, this is the card for honesty, truth, clarity. It's this, it's a sword of truth. It's that Archangel Michael's sword, or the Dipit. I'm doing this on a new device. I hope it's going to come out all right. I probably should stop it. Anyway, so honesty, truth, clarity, pure, unadulterated from TMH, the Most High, or Spirit, or God. And so this was like, what is your current energy? Well, you're searching for some truth. And I think sort of like, why? why? It is the wise, honesty, truth, clarity. I think that what this is all about. And this is the card for Aquarius, or the Star card. It's about your purpose. And with your birthday coming up, I don't know, being Capricorn, you probably have a very big annual review. I'm guessing you have a big annual review round about your birthday. I think, right, because Capricorns are very much like, okay. Alice in Ordinary type thing. But this is about, if you didn't know that your North Node or your moon sign, then you wouldn't have known which of these stars to follow. But now you do, and actually you've got Aquarius as your ascendant. So this is your ascendant, your rising sign card. And if you didn't know anything about your North Node, check out your North Node. So to have those two cards come out straight away like that was, this is your current energy. I think you're searching. You're searching. Why is this not? I'm trying really hard. I'm Capricorn. I know I can work hard, but like an ear, nose, and throat specialist, I think you've been looking for love in all the wrong places. If you see what I mean. Now, these next two cards are going to go with that, and they're from the Akashic Tarot. So they're to do it's like linked in lummy with the Akashic records. Now, this one came out. It's the Oracle at Delphi, and then I thought, all the other placements I've got one card for, but even before I didn't even look at it in the book. I thought, no, I need a bit more than that. So we got this one, the War of the Roses, and I'm guessing this is almost like your sun sign and your moon sign trying to figure each other out, and so that made me smile. So I'll come back to that one. But what we'll do, so you can see the card a bit better, let's just put that there like that then. So this is the Oracle of Delphi. and it's obviously in conjunction with who am I, what am I doing, what's my purpose, why this, why that, why isn't this doing it? I think you're having a big old review. Okay. So the Pythia, or the priestess at Delphi, sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll. While the Pythia psychically receives the I'm going to have to change my glasses. Sorry. Oh no. Do you know? Yeah, what I've done, I actually keep my spare glasses in this thing here. Let's take all the glasses out. If I need to go back in there, then I can. Right. Sorry about that. I meant to. Well, that's better, I can see. Oh, it's you. Sorry about that. There we go. While the Pythia psychically receives the perceptions from Apollo, it is the priest who interprets her pronouncement. In this we see the two important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power, which would be Scorpio moon. If you just figured out you've got a Scorpio moon, you've got a lot of fun ahead of you. Even if you don't recognise it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Yes, Scorpio moon. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and an Akashic vision of the world. So, I'm just going to read you the reversed side of it as well, because I think if you didn't know you had the Scorpio moon, then this is where you will be coming from. This card shows that you've been denying your inner voice in some way. You may have received messages from your spirit that you haven't acknowledged, or that you may be resisting. Perhaps you have been sidelining your psychic or mediumship abilities. Whatever the case, wake up to the power of the messages you receive. When you deny them, you undermine all you wish to achieve. So light the torch. When you listen to the voice within and respond to it, you become the oracle in your own life. That's exactly what I was trying to do. You should have read the book first, really. But yeah, free your Scorpio moon. It's a very powerful sign, moon sign. The War of the Roses, the Six of Roses. Hokey pokey. So this is obviously, when you're doing things, you can have it reversed as well. I'm going to read them both because it's sort of what you would want to have happen as opposed to why you're there, because it's not happening. So this is upright. Storm clouds gather in the sky. Two lines of mounted knights stand at the ready, facing each other across a clear field of battle. The left side carries the banner of the white rose, and the right carries the red rose. This card depicts a war within a relationship and/or a battle within your heart about a relationship. Most often, this relationship is romantic in nature, but this card could also refer to a co-worker, partner, boss, or family member. Or I would think even within yourself, as I say, between your sun and your moon, if you didn't know what your moon sign was. There could be power plays, and at the very least, there is a lack of reciprocity in communication. You are at an impasse. Your intuition or your spirit, the white rose, has told you that this experience is not a supportive one. But your passions, fears, and needs, the red rose, keep you from listening. You may have tried to bring the two together, as indicated by the dirty flag with the combined white and rose thing on the ground. But what's happening in this relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you. So there you stand, your spirit and your passions just watching and waiting. This situation is nothing less than karmic, and it's time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honouring are required now for you to position yourself best and make plans to leave the battlefield. Well, you would do that with more information and understanding about yourself. So, if this was in reverse, a relationship has broken, the conflict has disrupted your life, your work, and perhaps even your other relationships. You may feel great loss and sorrow, but it's important to see the situation for what it really is. Though your emotions have kept you involved, you've been in love with or attached to an illusion. Yeah. This is me talking now. Approaching everything like a Capricorn, when actually 50% of you is Scorpio. Be honest with yourself about the type of person who's represented here. This isn't Prince Charming you've lost, it's King Henry VIII. I don't understand that. Oh, probably not such a nice person. Okay. The flag showing that your spirit directs your feelings finally flies high above the entire scene. Its tatters displaying the efforts you've made. Oh, I'm guessing if it's that way. You're finally free from a struggle that has left you wounded, so clear the battlefield, your new life awaits. So yes, I think this is, let's not sort of get dramatic about it. I think the extra self-awareness of what happens with the Scorpio moon is going to bring you this, because you'll now understand your emotional side. You got your body and your head. You'll understand your head a lot more. Okay. I didn't know that I had an Aquarius moon till about 18 months ago, and it made so much more sense to me as a bit of a crazy Sagittarius. Oh no! Also, you've got five placements in Capricorn. And also, Capricorn is your 12th house, if you look at it in the whole signs. So you've got a lot of powers, and you got Uranus, and it wasn't Pluto, Neptune. To have Neptune in your 12th house is huge. We should chat about it, because I've got I got Sagittarius in my 12th house. Yeah. Anyway, so actually, I can show you some shortcuts if you want them. And then life just starts making a lot more sense, believe me. And then, funny enough, this is actually your birthday card, which made me laugh, because this is what the current energy is. You're trying to find out more about yourself, and then bam, what's the issue? This is like, what is the issue? Current energy issue. Well, it's you. No, this is a card of cooperation. You see, three people working together will get a lot more done than three people working independently. So I would say that this is, it's almost like your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. So the issue is learning about yourself, and actually all these different parts of you coming together for yourself. Be indulgent. Yeah, I would say be a bit indulgent. Yeah, it's all to do with self-love and stuff like that, exploring yourself. Then hey, this is the Phoenix. This is a beautiful card. This is from the Chinese. Let me just read. Who is it? That was the first one, the Akashic Tarot. For here. And then for here, this is the. Oh, it's on the cover as well, yeah. The Chinese Five Elements Oracle. So Earthbird, that's number 46. Hang on. Number 46. Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Alright, here we go, next page. Earthbird, a phoenix rising from the ashes. The Earthbird pillar contains yin or feminine earth associated with Mother Earth. Her soil and her healing crystals over the bird's pure yin metal. So you've got metal and earth already. The element of beauty, grace and self-reflection. The wise bird knows the impact words can have and uses them to influence others. In Chinese metaphysics, the immortal phoenix is considered a more elevated symbol of the bird. Because normally it's a chicken, isn't it? Rooster. It's a rooster, isn't it, normally? But this is the elevated version of the rooster. And it says, with luck and an auspicious new beginning. Perfect. Well, it's for your birthday, so it's a new year, so good for you. And it's only about a month till the new Chinese New Year as well, isn't it? So, as one of the four celebrated guardians in Feng Shui, the phoenix protects the south direction. Displaying a symbol of the phoenix in the south sector of a home is believed to help invite fame and popularity to the residents of the home. There you go. This card is a sign to turn your pains and hardships into healing lessons and a source of hope for others. A new phase of life is starting. Everything looks and feels different to you, and your senses are amplified. You're seeing more vividly with fresh eyes because you're changing and transforming into a higher frequency version of your old self. Perhaps you've awakened the creative genius within and reconnected with your inner knowing, and perhaps you've fully healed from certain traumas. You've released what doesn't serve you and are ready to embrace your higher purpose. Now is the time. Well, your higher purpose is you've got an Aquarius ascendant. And actually, you've got a Capricorn North Node. I love it. But even if that's your sun's, in the video before this, I will do what your North Node is. Now is the time to own your power and beauty. Your moments of darkness can bring light to many. Let your stories serve as inspirations to those looking to heal and renew themselves. The more you share, the more you heal and empower the world and yourself in the process. There you go. So that's the issue. And so I think, if learning more about what your rising sign is, and then to have an Aquarius rising sign, a North Node Capricorn with Sun Capricorn, although two different decans, and how to make the transition over to the next decan, fine. But I think the biggest thing will be learning about your emotional self, which is, I don't repeat it too many times, but a Scorpio moon is pretty huge. Okay, so that's those two. Now, here's the fun bit. Now, I'm Sagittarius, and the whole thing here, right, Sagittarius. Let's just look at let's look at the elements. You've got 1 foot in water, 1 foot on the ground. You've got fire there, or you've got the fire within, then you've got wings for the air. So you're in touch with all 4 elements here. And when you look at what they're doing, they're balancing from one cup to another cup. So actually what you're looking to do, I mean, this can be seen as sun and moon, or yin and yang, or anything like that. And it just made me laugh. It was just another little prompt of, okay, you better tip some out of your Capricorn cup into your Scorpio cup to balance your sun and your moon. And this is all about patience and just balancing things out and finding fairness and justice and all kinds of good stuff. But staying in balance, like water, earth, fire, and air. Because in your chart, I think you've only got Mercury in your in Sagittarius. You haven't got much fire in your chart. You got your. I better not give your chart away, but so what I was thinking is, well, how do we? What this position is your goals or your aims. So yeah, I mean, after all this exploration stuff here, your goal is then do the information and then balance it out. So like it said in this first card here about the oracle, it's about, yes, get the information, get the messages through, but then look at the implications of them, and that's exactly what this is here. Now this is that's beautiful. I love the back of these cards, and they're beautiful. So you got here number 26, sage sacred medicine cleaning. Then what do you do with sage? Or you burn it. You set fire to it and you smudge and you clear your energies. So maybe you want to do that where you live. Let's get the book. Here we go. So this is a lovely deck by Sean Leonard. So we've got number 26. Let's read that one then. Cleansing. The many generations. This is Native American. Sean Leonard's got a very good YouTube channel. He does things on there. I think he's based not too far from Toronto, but more Prince Edward's Island, around that way, I think. Anyway, the many generations who walked the grounds of Mother Earth before our incarnation harnessed the power of the sacred medicine or sage. Its antiseptic properties are associated with its ability to energetically cleanse the environment, and it is the second of the 4 sacred medicines honoured by countless indigenous cultures. Its unmistakable healing scent can be found wafting in the winds of the western direction of the medicine wheel, and it is commonly utilised for smudging, as it is a potent cleanser for homes, sacred items, and even our physical bodies. The power associated with the use of sage is connected to the relief or lessening of our troubled minds, and to the removal of negative energy from our hearts and homes. Often you can feel a heaviness linger in the air if an argument has taken place in your home, or if you are going through difficult times. This energy can remain and become connected to your spirit and aura, but a sacred medicine of sage can help cleanse the space and shift the energy from negative to positive. If you have drawn the Sage Sacred Medicine card today, you may be called upon to cleanse and detoxify some aspect of your life. Some clearing may be needed, and the appearance of this card is confirmation that purification of your thoughts, feelings, relationships, or environment might be required. Utilize a sage smudge and release what no longer serves you in life. Well, that is literally balancing the Temperance Angel. It's balanced both. First of all, you're going to cleanse it, aren't you, first, and then just go with what remains. So to have those two together is. I was just laughing when those came out because what's lovely is I don't have to do much work at the moment. I really don't, because it all just fell out as a the storytelling itself here. No, I shouldn't have done this before. But I have to pull this out. So down here, let's say whatever efforts you're making at the moment to try and understand, so what extra is needed that can help you get there a bit more smoothly or a bit quicker. And we've got the Empress card. And your Venus is in opposition to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So if your Venus is opposite, getting problems from expansiveness, maybe your Venus, or this love, or this, she's like the Earth Mother. She attracts, and so maybe it's something to do with the law of attraction. Because if you think about Capricorn's way of doing things, they're going to roll their sleeves up and get on with it. So maybe in relationships, you need to learn how to be more Scorpio. Be more Scorpio, and use the guiles to attract people in, rather than being rolling up your sleeves and going in there. It's just a different approach. So if you look at the law of attraction and then the qualities of the Empress card, I mean, she's the most powerful woman or female in the tarot, and it's here, and it's what do you need to do, or what energy do you need to inhabit to get up to balance. It's beautiful. And if you think about it, when you're doing a job, you lean into the job. So you actually you walk towards it, or you step towards it, or lean towards it. The whole thing about the Empress is she's sitting back. She's not doing that. She's in reception mode, or receptive mode. So she's not going to. She's not going to look at those hands. They've never done a day's work in their life. So yeah, learn to inhabit your Empress energy. I love this deck. This is the Dream Weavers Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. It's a fantastic deck. Now you've got number 6 here. When you feel the magic, sing. And funnily enough, later on in the reading, obviously that's a whale, but you got the dolphin card, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any themes running across here. So let's pop that down. Oh, I should put it here, shouldn't I? Number 6. 6. Here we go. The essential meaning: the aha moment, on the right track, hope is real, you are being cared for, your partnership with spirit is true, you are not alone, you are being used for a higher purpose. Okay. That moment where the light bulb in your mind goes on, your heart goes ding, and time stands still. Suddenly a bright light reveals something that was hidden, and that you've been looking for but didn't know it. Maybe your Scorpio moon. When you feel the magic sing, you know your connection to Source, to the love of the universe. In that one timeless moment, you realise that time can stretch beyond what you ever thought possible, and you're given an expanded view of a second chance. And a second chance. More of you is available for whatever it is you need to experience. This is access to more than before, and likely you're not going to know how any of this happened. Yeah. Now is the time to remember a moment like this in your life and be ready for it to happen again. Perhaps this reflects your current experience. Regardless, you are about to enter a time of harmony where you will be certain of your alignment with the highest good for all. It's a beautiful feeling to know that you're note in the symphony of life is pure and in tune, use this moment wisely and be conscious of distractions. So when you feel the magic sing and your intuition pings you, this is a time to receive, expand, and rejoice. Now, when I was doing this, I just wondered, I mean, this isn't, not everybody did this. I don't know if you sang in a choir at school or at a church or something, and, you know, you enjoyed it when you were younger, but, you know, life gets in the way, and we give up those things that we used to do when we were younger. Or if you love music, maybe, you know, if you're looking for a new relationship, joining something where there's live music, or, you know, like a choir or singing lessons or something like that. You know, sort of like a communal singing club or something. And, I don't know if that's a thing, singing clubs, but maybe, you know, because if it's a joint interest, then that's how you meet people on the same vibe as you, rather than like a dating app or something. So I don't know if singing, if you like singing, or live music, or what have you. Okay, so that's sort of your current energy, what the issue is, what you're trying to aim towards, and then how you could get there with a bit more oomph. So let's look at what. So this is going to be like a weather system now. That's what's going out. It's done its job, and then the other over here is what's going to come in. There we go. Oops, that's where the stinky stick. Got my incense stick. Oh, I didn't give you a wish, did I? Let's give you a wish. Better late than never. So I had a lot to think about today. Okay. So make a nice wish for yourself. And it's going to go right. Come like that. You can pause it now if you like and think about your wish. Okay, after 3, 3, 2, 1. There. And happy birthday. There you go. What I will just do is that's not too hot. Yeah. I'll just get some more water to put in there. And then I've got some. This is a really nice oil from Holland and Barrett. Naranja. Right. So, what's going out then? Yeah. Can you see the difference between those two cards? This is love. Yeah, two people coming together. And then that's a battle, pitched battle. So whatever hangovers or scars you've got from previous relationships needs to go. And think about that at the beginning, isn't it? And I think what will really help is knowing your Scorpio moon. Rather than just, as I say, approaching everything Capricorn. And once you understand that things might have been more successful If you'd have known you had a Scorpio moon, you can forgive yourself and think, oh right. So now going forward, you can approach things with your Scorpio moon. So this is presence of ancestors, the ancient ones. And this is from the Celtic healing oracle. So let's read about that then. Number 52. Right. Your ancestors may wish to guide you and support your well-being regardless of what you think. Sorry. Your ancestors may wish to guide you and support your well-being. Regardless of what you might think of their actions when alive, they survived to bear offspring, and their good fortune and favour are part of your inheritance. Having drawn this oracle, one or several of your ancestors may wish to guide you and ensure your well-being. You might feel that some invisible presence is accompanying you and pointing out the way. An approaching danger may suddenly veer off course and pass you by. Opportunities may appear out of nowhere. Arriving like an unseen guest, new stories may unexpectedly enter the storytelling life of your community, family, or your own life tale, adding new elements to a familiar story. Now is a fine time to explore your ancestral roots. You may wish to chart your genealogy, connect with extended family, or visit the homeland of your ancestors. Well, you've just done that, haven't you? So that's what's going out. Because you've just done it. Let's do that again, sorry. Now is a fine time to explore your ancestral roots. You may wish to chart your genealogy, connect with extended family, or visit the homeland of your ancestors. Guidance comes in many forms. Be alert. Oh, how funny. There you go. And actually, what's so funny here, look, I don't know why I turned the page. That's page 52. Presence of the ancestors. And the next one is, this says new moon. Let's read that, and I'm going to read this anyway. Not for this position, but just knowing that you're a Scorpio moon, it means it's almost like you've got a new moon. You've just found out more information. Let's just read it. You are learning to see with the eye of the heart. This is more applicable to this position, isn't it? You are learning to see with the eye of the heart. There are meanings, understandings, and discernments known to the heart alone and rarely seen or understood by the intellect with discriminating mind. When you begin to see with the eye of the heart, it will be as though a veil has been lifted before you. Life will simplify. You will see and listen more deeply into the nature of things, relationships, and events. Your discriminating mind will relax. With your actions now more in accord with natural patterns around you, Scorpio moon, you will interfere less, allowing others and events to mature accordingly to their own design and necessity. Your actions will be kinder, gentler, and more compassionate. Over time, the soft wisdom of the heart will begin to shine within you, with the lustre of the new moon, bringing you a loving heart and nobility of character. Now, this whole thing about ancestors thing, explore genealogy. Well, yeah, let's start with you first, with this Scorpio moon. So it was making me smile. really made me smile. So, that's what's going out. And it sounds like you had a nice Christmas as well. So that's your homeland going out. And let's bring this over here. Bring this out of the way now. Now, a couple of these fell out. So what's coming in is it's going to do it 2 stages. Now, normally he would live his life that way up, but he doesn't. What's coming in? No, let me just come back to it. It looks like, so something's been going on, and you've been giving it an awful lot of contemplation and just like, why? This part of this big review. And, you know, people would normally go through life like that. But this is so important. You've had to look at it from that angle and that angle and that angle. And, you know, you've tipped yourself upside down thinking, well, why isn't this working? I'm Capricorn. I can make things work. You know, I can do... There you go. So I think you've been having this sort of review. And the King of Pentacles is the most abundant king in the deck. So you're thinking, well, where are these results? You know, and the King of Pentacles is for Virgo. It's an earth sign, so, you know, the Capricorn, you know what you're dealing with. It's the king of the money. But I think, you know, as we mentioned before, part of this is to look at past previous disappointments. And going back to it again, I think the Scorpio moon is actually going to make you learn and understand yourself so much more and forgive yourself for not knowing about it. Because it's like you were using the wrong tool, Capricorn, for the job of Scorpio. And you'll end up laughing about it, going, oh my God, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have even tried that. And this is the card for a light being shone on what's been going on. So whatever this investigation or review has been, you'll get the benefits. And this is one of the best cards in the whole deck. The happiest card is joy, it's happiness. You know, it's going to go from that, one of the most difficult cards, to that. When you think, oh, right. And I think, you know, you're just going to laugh and think, oh, crikey. Learning about your Scorpio moon is going to give you so much. Now, this is from the math. This is the last position, then I'll break and we'll do a second video. This is the gateway of light activation. Because this is what's coming in, and then because you got the sun card, I thought light activation. Oops, excuse me. So it's Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power and future thinking. So, yeah. So Arcturus is a star, isn't it? So let's give that a little read. There we go. Arcturus is a giant red star that is among the brightest stars seen from the northern hemisphere. It is around 25 times larger than our sun and can be found just beyond the Big Dipper. Many believe that there are light beings living on a blue planet orbiting Arcturus, who are in the fifth or even a higher dimension. Some think they could be a prototype for what is possible on planet Earth. They're described as blue beings. Oh, I'm going to have to tell somebody about this. For when they appear to those who can see them clairvoyantly, they are often blue-skinned or emanating blue light in the auric field. The Arcturian race are here to help those on Earth who feel called to facilitate healing and to move beyond draconian or patriarchal ways of being. They guide us to realise that we have a great opportunity to evolve beyond these limited states, and if we don't, we'll be stuck on a karmic wheel for thousands of years before we get our next opportunity. If you feel called to the Arcturians, or this information, it could indicate a past/future incarnation on the Arcturian planet, or that you have Arcturian guides working with you. Okay. Your message: you can evolve into a greater state of being now, not with your moon sign yet. This begins with how you approach even the most mundane of tasks in your own little universe. Show up in ways that you've never showed up before. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. Instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realise that you have a huge part to play. Recall your power, realise that you are part of the evolution of humanity, and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself or a larger group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honour the ideas or thoughts that you have been having recently. If you have been hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, or sensing that you are being visited by beings in your sleep, or dreaming a lot, I guess, know that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you. Fabulous. Well, that's what's coming in. So once you're in touch, I mean, it's so funny to have, we talk about moon signs and what's coming in, well, sun and light codes. So this is going to be the first part anyway, and then we'll move on to that bit afterwards. That bit won't be so long. We've only got 4 positions to go. Okay, take good care, and I'll just have a little break, and I'll do the rest. Okay.
There we go then. I need to tidy up afterwards. I hope that's been helpful. And once again, thank you so much for your kindness and your understanding the other day. And I hope you had a fantastic birthday. Take good care.